Hello to all the good viewers of this program who are watching this program with us, whether it's for the first time or if you've watched this program before or if you're going to see it later on. Allow me to share the link in our Telegram for anybody who wants to watch it live. And all those who want to see it later on will have a chance to do that as well. Due to the program that we're having today and the videos that we are going to show, there is a good chance that, as usual, YouTube might block this video. So one of the requests that I have from all of you who watch this program is, as you're watching this program, please share it with everyone that you know, because the more you share this, the higher the chance that we can have a chance of having this program reach more viewers before it gets taken out. So because of that, it's important, if you can, to share this program with as many people as we possibly can. With that being said, allow me to bring up the information that needs to be shared with you so that we can choose it and put it on the screen so that you will have it show up for you as well. Let's see, where is it? All right. I'm waiting to see once this shows up on your screen, then I can also continue with it. YouTube has, not YouTube, but Zoom has changed some stuff around. They're trying to give us backgrounds and other stuff, some fancy stuff, which for that I will need a green curtain to put in my back, just so that it would make it easier if I make a maneuver for you to see it. But then again, that causes another problem, because in my background, I have my library of books. So because I have a library of books, if I put a green curtain, that's going to cover that. And then it switches back and forth. And so it's a bit of a problem. And I have to figure out how I can stop that from happening. But anyway, until then, we will continue with our program. I would have preferred if Zoom had it as a very basic idea like it had before. It would have been a lot better. This is very distracting for me as well. I prefer if it wasn't. Anyway, we're going to continue with what we have. You see, today's program is because I know you in the West, the speaking community of the English language, those of you who speak English and understand English, you are all aware by now that they tried to assassinate Donald Trump. I've been talking about this since 2019, if you remember. For those of you who speak Persian, I've already spoken about this back in 2019 when they just came out with COVID. I said that they're going to kill Donald Trump and that they're going to attempt it. The globalists will do everything possible, but at the end, the only option they have is to eliminate this man. And I talked about it from then. A lot of people thought I was crazy, but then again, I also backed it up that the Simpsons have been talking about that since the early 90s. So, I mean, if you think I'm crazy, what about the Simpsons? And they seem to be right about everything. They were right about COVID. They were right about everything. They were right about Spain winning the World Cup and soccer. They were right about everything you can think of. Anyway, here we have a link for you from MSN, which is owned by MSNBC, the clown show that they call a radio and then not radio, but a news network on your TV. They said they did a fact check, ladies and gentlemen, a fact check. The fact checkers, those big fat cats that do the fact checks, They play the role of God on earth, they fact check, and whatever they say goes. They did a fact check. And yes, indeed, Trump was to be put in the bullseye according to Biden. He said these words. It's time to put him in the bullseye. It's time, as the Irish would say. So they said, according to them. Now, they're going to try to cover it up somehow. You need duct tape. And initially, that's what they need, okay? MSN's putting this out. They're agreeing with the fact check that he said that, but they really need duct tape, some duct tape. How do we know they need duct tape? Because they start telling you about how, yes, he said, he has to do it, but what he meant is that he only has one job, Biden. Biden said, I have only one job. He's not president of the United States no more, ladies and gentlemen. Because as president of the United States, you have to, deal with the affairs of the United States. You have to worry about all the citizens in the United States. You have to worry about your allies and all that. Those are not his job, ladies and gentlemen. Those are not his job, okay? He has only one job. His only one job is he has to beat Donald Trump. That's it. Biden doesn't have any other jobs. His only one job is to beat Donald Trump. Okay, no more jobs, only one. And he's absolutely certain he can do so. He can do it. I mean, he knows, he's certain. There's a catch. Donald Trump has to be dead. Okay, he has to run against a dead man to win. That's the only way. So how do we know that? We know that because he said, the time for talking about the debate is over. I lost the debate. Forget about it. It didn't happen. I'm going to kill him and we're going to be out. It's time to put Trump in the bullseye. Forget the debate. He can win a debate. But if he's dead, how can he win a debate? So that's the bullseye. But now they come and they tell you, that was just metaphorical. It's been referred to refocusing the campaign efforts. It's metaphorical. If you remember a few months ago, when Donald Trump was talking about China having factories in Mexico, that's Mexico for you guys, and they were going to make the electrical cars at a fraction of the price of what it's made in the United States and flood the American market with it, and they were going to kill the auto market in the United States. At that time, when Donald J. Trump referred to that as a bloodbath because the auto industry was going to go through a bloodbath and they won't have no more jobs for people and, all that stuff. They said, he said bloodbath. It wasn't metaphorical then, was it? According to CNN and MSNBC, ABC, CBC, Tom, Dick, and Harry C., all of these globalist news agencies said it's a bloodbath. He said bloodbath. He's going to kill everybody. That's it. MAGA's going to come out with machetes and they're going to be swinging and striking. It's a bloodbath. I mean, until today, Joe Biden's still calling it a bloodbath. But over here, when he says it's a bullseye, that's just metaphorical. If it comes out of the mouth of a Democrat, it becomes metaphorical. If it came out of the mouth of a Republican, we got a problem here. It cannot be metaphorical. No. Ladies and gentlemen, this was said. Bullseye, we need to put him under a bullseye. And then a transvestite, that's right, I mean, you're going to hear it here for the first time, but you're not going to hear it anywhere else. But I got my reasoning for it. I mean, when I show you whatever I have, I show it to you, you know. We don't just make up stuff on this program. This is one of the only programs that you can view and you can legitimately say whatever you saw, there was backing. Okay. A transvestite, someone who is now transitioning from man to woman. If you call that woman, some do, some don't. We're going to go with the some do for this specific example. A person who's now trying to transition in their own mind from being a man to a woman took these metaphorical words of Joe Biden as non-metaphorical words of Joe Biden and decided to put the bullseye into reality and try to assassinate the greatest president of the United States, Donald J. Trump. And here we're going to show you the first video.
Oh, then.
That's right. Due to these videos, YouTube might close down this program. But we don't care what YouTube wants to do. We care about the truth. So I'm going to show you the truth, despite what YouTube wants to do. Susan Wojcicki can take her head and stuff it right up Donald Trump's derriere, for all I care. We're going to tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to show you the truth. We got a lot to show you. We're going to show you who's really behind this. Islamic Republic of Iran or the Democrats with a capital R. All right, here's the first video. A lot of you have probably seen it. If you haven't seen it, you're going to see it now.
Oh, then if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Look. I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Exhibit A. This guy, this secret agent over here, the Secret Services, who's right above the Donald Trump picture, this guy. The guy's been hiding behind the podium the whole entire time. You have another one on this side. He's wondering, should I run up or should I not run up? Like two Secret Services agents jumped on him. They didn't know what's going on. Those are his regulars. Those two are the ones that he's had since he left office. The two he had since he left office, they're jumping on him. They're like, oh no, we got to protect them. You know, we got to protect them. The other two, they're right around the corner. They're like, I should just hide behind the podium. Why should I jump on him? No, I'm going to hide behind the podium. No, we'll just stand behind the podium. Continue. Look, that guy's running around the podium. This one's hiding over here. That was Exhibit A. But it gets worse. Let's go to the next one. In this one, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see that people are telling the police, telling the authority, but the authority is doing nothing. Look, on this side, you have the people, they're seeing it. Look, it's not one person. It's not two. It's not three. It's not four. It's not five. It's not six. It's not seven. It's not the guy that's videoing it. That would be eight. It's not all those people on the other side. You got like 50 people, 100 people watching this, reporting this. And nobody does anything.
Look, they're all pointing.
Look, they're all pointing, he says. They're all pointing.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there.
There he is.
Right there, you see him? He's laying down. See him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
Yeah, he's laying down. I mean, people like this. Look, look, look. Everybody sees it.
What's happening?
What's happening? Do it. Don't do what's happening, man. You got to do what's happening, like chicken chung, you know? What's happening? You know, you should say it that way. But anyway, the official way is what's happening. Okay, go on, go on.
Because if we do, we're gonna make America better than ever before. We're gonna make it.
Yeah, look. There he is.
Because we
Yeah, look,
in our country that shouldn't be here.
there he is with his long hair down to the shoulder. Yeah, there he is. There he is.
Dangerous people. We have criminals. We have people that.
And they're yelling at the police. He's on the roof. Your building that you just came out of, he's on the roof.
It's much different than it happened. In recorded history, we're the best border. In fact, if they could ever put up a chart, I don't know if they can do it. Do you guys have access to that chart that I love so much? You don't mind if I go off teleprompter, do you? Because these teleprompters are so damn boring. I try and explain that. Oh, there's it. Wow. You guys are doing it. They're getting better with time. My guys, take a look at that chart. Take a look at the arrow on the bottom. See the big red arrow, right? So that's when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country.
Look, between the flags. You have a member of the SWAT team of the police just walking, you know, like as if he's in a park. You know, he's walking like he's in a park, you know, he's walking. The only thing he's missing is his dog. You know, if he had his dog, he'd be walking the dog in the park. That's it. That's it. Look. And people are yelling at him, look, man, there's a guy on the roof with a gun. The police cars were right there. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let me show you. Right here. You see the police cars? There is the police cars. See the police cars? Shots fired. Yeah, yell, shots fired. And the police just walking like normal. It's a beautiful day in the park today. You see how many different people are taping this? It's not just one person. It's not just two people. We're showing you a video of a collection, you see? Look at the cop. Look at the cop over here. We're in the green, right here. Look at the cop. Looking around. Huh? What? I mean, right beside him, the lady is like, her husband's dead. Right here, right here, right here, right here. Where you're standing. Just turn around, goddammit. This guy over here yelling, dead right there. I mean, the police just sitting there, you know? And the podium's right down here, okay? He doesn't have a care in the world. Trump got shot. Trump didn't get shot. He did. He didn't. The guy died behind him. Did he? Did he not? He's just watching, you know? Just watching. Look at him. Look at him trying to climb down. I mean, you know, He climbs down worse than people with bad knees. Are you sure you should still be employed? Yeah, he looks like he's gonna wobble over and fall down like a barrel and go down the steps, boing, 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 boing. You know, I mean, look at him. I mean, are you sure you should be employed still? Oh, he's dead. Forget about Donald Trump, who just got shot. Oh, he's dead. Are you sure? Let me touch him. Let me touch him. Let me touch him. Let me feel. Time wasting. You should be thinking at this point in time, Donald Trump's the first one to hit the ground. Yeah, your significant other is important. I got to get to the president first. But no. Let's waste some more time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's waste some more time. What? Did the cockroach shoot him? Let me look on the other side now. Let me look on the other side.
We don't know the president.
Oh, let me take off my hat. Let me take off my hat. Okay, let me put my hat on backwards now.
Do not know the president.
He doesn't know. The news agency, we don't know. We don't know. He got shot. We don't know he got shot. Yeah, let's do it again. Let's take another cut. You know, the director has to come and say, cut. That's not how it was written. Let's do it again. Let's do the scene again. Come on. News agency doesn't know what happened. Come on, let's do it again. I mean, the news agency people, you know, they bring these news anchors and they don't know nothing. I mean, they just came out of some little tiny village in Afghanistan where the only thing they've ever seen in their life is the inside of their own house. You know, the house is like a house that's made out of like cow dung. You know, they've never seen anything. They don't know. He got shot. Did he get shot? I mean, we heard like gunshots, but did he get shot? I don't know. Did he get shot? Someone should ask them, do you have a brain? Do you have eyes? I mean, do you have an ear? Are you sure you have them?
He's up.
He's up. Yes, he's up. Oh, now the lesbian lady runs over. The lesbian secret agent. You know, now she's there. And she was hiding this whole time. I have proof she was hiding this whole time. Now she's running. And there's her partner. You know, the girlfriend of this girlfriend is over here. She's just running up too, you know. Yes. Look, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 of them. Shots are still continuing to be fired. Oh, she understands. Shots are still continuing to be fired. But she doesn't know if shots were fired or not. I mean, that's really, you know, rocket science there for you people. She doesn't know if shots were fired, but she still knows that shots have been continuing. Okay, she says continuing means that they were fired before, but she doesn't know if they were fired before. But she knows that it's still continuing, meaning it was fired before. I know it's very hard to understand. Shots were fired. She doesn't know if shots were fired. But now she knows shots are still continuing to be fired. Wow. Now, who hires these people, man? He is giving a thumbs up, everybody. I mean, the guy has a fist up, and it turned into a thumb. This woman does not know the difference between a fist and one finger. I mean, 5 secret agents cannot hold one Donald Trump. He's doing whatever he wants, and they're just hugging him, you know. What do you think he is, a teddy bear? I gotta hug him. I gotta hug him. And now look, he's walking, and they're trying to hug. Look, see? Hug him. I mean, why don't you stand up straight? You're 5 feet tall. He's 6'3". Even if you stood up straight, you can't protect the guy because if they're going to shoot for his head, it's going to go over your head and into his head. I mean, look, you can see there's blood all over his face from his ear. His ear is the most bloody. The guy's got his own hand up. Here's the two girls, you know. The other girl's behind this guy, actually. It's like behind him. And her girlfriend is over here. Let's hug him. Let's hug the teddy bear. Teddy bear. Teddy bear. Let's hug him. Look at her over here. Look at her over here. He keeps looking around. I gotta look around. And everything's over. They're walking and she's there. Let me look around. I'm gonna do my best acting. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, look around. Yeah.
Breaking news right now. This is
Now she sees, okay, well, he's in the car. Now I'm gonna look for my gun. I gotta pull out the gun, you know. I gotta this is a Western movie. You know, Clint Eastwood's gonna come out. I gotta have my gun ready. You know, Clint Eastwood's gonna come.
Vanessa Broussard.
Okay, now she has her gun out, right? Now she has her gun out.
Into Pennsylvania, we hear shots fired at the.
Now she's gonna try to put it back in the holster. Okay, watch.
Not the 15 minutes after President.
Oh, she can't figure it out. Okay, she gave up. Now she's gonna hold it down by her thigh, you know. Yeah, forget the holster. I'm just gonna hold it down. And her girlfriend, this one over here, is about to come near her, you know. Are you okay?
Number one, he hits the ground.
Oh, I don't know. Let's go that way. She wants to go that way. Okay, now she realizes, okay, I'm gonna try to do it again. Let's put it back in the holster. And she doesn't even know how to operate a weapon. You know, like, oh, I'm gonna try it now.
By gunfire. Secret Service.
And then they look at each other, like what we should do. Then the car is taking off. Instead of them walking with a car, they're looking for photo ops.
You can see the guy down.
Look at that. She left. I mean, the car is going this way, and she's going that way. Okay. I don't know. Maybe her father was Inspector Cluedo.
He might be a little.
I think they hit him, but the guy is, it looks bad.
Now they're going back. Oh, yeah. Trump is inside the car. We should follow the car. Really? I mean, you know, you would think these guys would know something about their job.
Hello, Mr. George.
It looks like they don't know nothing about their job. They're the comedy of the whole world. Here's the Latinos doing their comedy version of this woman. The two lesbians. Look at the two lesbians. Look. Secret Service agents. I mean, they're like less than 5 feet tall, and they can't do anything. Look.
Hello, Mr. George. How much you pay for the new guy? $20? No, too much money.
She can't put it back in the holster. She doesn't know what to do. Oh, we have to have the lesbian hairstyle, though. We have to have the lesbian hairstyle. So everybody knows we're lesbians. Okay? And this one, all she can think of is this one. And this one, all she can think of is photo op. If you thought that was bad, let's look at what else Secret Service was doing during the time when President Donald J. Trump was on the stage in front of the podium. Okay, let's see what he was doing. Secret Service had a lot to do that day. I mean, they were busy, man. They were very busy. All right, let's look at Secret Service. We're going to see what Secret Service was doing.
So there's some buzz circulating around the internet that the Trump assassination was an inside job. And they're saying this video proves it. Look at this. Now, this guy right here is a Secret Service agent, I imagine. He looks the part.
We should thank this fellow Zach Klein for. If you're on TikTok and you want to help him out, you can go ahead and subscribe to his channel so you can catch these kind of stuff. We will thank him for whatever he posted out there, but since it's on all social medias and everybody's using it, therefore we will use it as well. But the guy who is here talking is this guy over here, Zach Klein. So we will acknowledge that he did some work here. He's talking about this guy, Mr. Croucher. You know, I call him Mr. Croucher because he's crouching. I mean, if you're thinking, oh, well, we're going to make an excuse, Dr. Mossawat, you know, this guy, he just didn't want to be in the view of the news agencies that are covering this program. I say BS to that. You know why? Because if you notice, the news agencies would be stationed at the back over here as usual. They will view Donald Trump from the front, not from the back. From the back, you find people that are sitting behind him. And he's on a stage. On top of the stage, there is a podium. That means if this Croucher guy was to stand straight, unless he's as tall as a great white shark or a tiger shark, there is no way that his head would pop up over the podium. But he's crouching. Where is he crouching? Directly at the same area where Donald Trump is standing. Who is he talking to? He's talking to the photographer. Interesting. What does he want from the photographer? A picture? Let's find out.
He is coming over, and it looks like he's getting out of where a shot's about to come from. And he tells these people, hey, you might move over this way. And he's staying kind of crouched down, like he's expecting a shot to happen.
Take a look what happened.
So he's standing, and then you got this guy with the bald head, and he just moved everyone to this location over here. And this one was expecting everyone to come to this location over here because he was used as a person for them to stand in front of while he was telling them to move to that side. So in other words, this guy over here is only here so that the photographers and the rest can have an idea of when to stop. He would tell them, you see my friend over there with the bald head and those glasses on? Yeah, go stand in front of that guy, okay? With a little bit of space, okay? But you can stand right there.
Well, then a shot happens, and he didn't run to protect
Yeah, he
the
didn't run.
president.
He hides.
He stayed ducked down.
There's the lesbian girl. She's also ducked down. Okay? There's the other Secret Service agents running away. I mean, you should be running that way, not this way. Okay, don't run towards the steps. Run away from the steps. I mean, Donald Trump's in the middle of the stage. He's not on the steps. Okay.
And I thought he's supposed to run and protect the president. But this guy is crouched down.
Of course he is. He's still here, Mr. Croucher. He's still crouching over there. Like, I'm not there.
Like he knew it was coming.
Mr. Croucher is hiding. Uh-huh. Now we know what Secret Service is for. Secret Service agents are so that when the gunshots happen, you hide and leave the target to get killed. Now we understand why John F. Kennedy died. Now we understand why Reagan got shot. Now we understand about Roosevelt. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's how it works. I see. They should dismantle all of them at this point. They should just get rid of it. Like, what the heck? We're going to go to the next video for you people. Okay? We're going to go to the next one. This is what happened from the point of view of the photographer. Okay? The photographer that just got moved, by the way. Remember the photographer that just got moved by Mr. Croucher? This is that same photographer.
Means make America great, Joe.
Yeah, he's right behind him, right? Now he's been moved to this side. He's been moved to this side. Why was he moved to this side? They expected the shot to hit Donald Trump. They expected his brains to pop out of his head and fall on the ground. You need someone there to be authentic to take these pictures so you can say, man, look, look. We didn't do it. Someone else took the pictures. Look, look, look for yourself. Look, look. Continue. That was that video. And here's the next one. I'll give you guys a little bit of time for it to show up on your screens. All right. So now you have it on your screens. Look, right as the program starts in this video, you have a member of the police department, their SWAT team. Look, he's walking. He looks like he's walking. The only thing he's missing is his dog. You know, then you can say he's walking down the park. People are yelling at people like him that this guy is on top of the building. Do something. And these people, they don't care. They're just walking like it's a beautiful day in the park today. You see, he even waves back. Hi.
You know, that's a little bit old, that Joe. If you want to see something that said, take a look what happened.
Yeah, shooting going on. Oh, the cop is there. Hi. The cop just walking around. Hi. Ladies and gentlemen, this building is not just a building that this guy's sitting on that you saw in these videos. This building is the building that is being used by both the police and the Secret Service agents, where they can have all of their supplies, their ammunitions, their guns, their radios, their whatever inside of. That means constantly, like the ant hole, the police and secret agents are going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I mean, if you walk on that roof, they're going to hear it from the inside. They're coming out, and people are yelling at them, Mr. Police Officer, there's a guy right there. I mean, they're saying everything. There's the guy right there. Go get him. He just came on top of your roof. And this guy walk up there with a 5-foot ladder. Well, the guy has a 5-foot ladder. Okay, he has a gun, an AR-15. He's got so much ammunition. We're going to look at how much ammunition. He's got a bag full of ammunition. The guy's climbing up. You know, he puts the ladder there. I mean, when you come out, you see the ladder. You got to wonder, why is there a ladder up here? This is the most secure area of all secure areas. What is a ladder doing here? You know, someone should ask that. No, nobody asked that question. No, not at all, not at all, not at all. For 30 minutes to an hour, they're talking about it. People keep telling the police, man, there's a guy there. There's a guy. This is the SWAT area. There's a guy. He's got the guns. He's got a ladder. He's on top of your roof. Nobody pays any attention. I mean, the police are there to make sure that, you know, they close down the roads so that there's only one pathway in and they can check the people. I mean, the security team's whole role is that they look for suspicious people and they cover all the roofs so that they can have different viewpoints, so they can shoot from different angles. You know, that's the job of the secret police. We know it. How did they not know their own job? But we know it. Here's your next one over here, the next link. This is from New York Post. New York Post says after the guy was killed, this Thomas Matthew Crooks, the transvestite, the transition guy, before he died, he was transitioning. But anyway, he's dead now. After his death, they found in his car, failed assassin, you know, they found in his car explosive devices, you know, explosive IEDs, in other words. You know, so you can use any kind of cell phone to blow them up. They found explosive devices inside his car. The gunman attempted to assassinate former President Donald J. Trump. The 20-year-old transvestite Thomas Matthew Crooks, okay? Transvestite, I have a reason why I say that. We're going to prove that too. This transvestite, okay, he came to the Trump rally. The Wall Street Journal is also talking about it. They say there is suspicious packages around the area where the shooter was, prompting them to dispatch a bomb technician. They had to bring out the bomb technician to look at all the different packages. This guy did not come alone. There were others that were inside the area where Donald Trump was giving his speech in that rally. This guy was not alone. You know, the news agency is going to tell you he was alone. He's not alone. How do we know that? Well, very easy. He has suspicious packages around. Someone else is going to come along with their phone and get those to explode. He can't do it. He's on top of the roof. Why do they want suspicious packages to be blown up around? To cause chaos. You see, the idea was he's going to shoot from the top. If he misses, others will shoot from inside, standing in front of him. And then bombs will be exploded from around the area to create more chaos so that people will not look at someone in the crowd shooting at Donald Trump. They'll be more busy running around like chickens without a head because bombs are exploding. That was the idea. What stopped this plan is that Donald J. Trump was smart enough to throw himself on the ground when he got shot in the ear. Hence, the people that were in the crowd, they can't shoot at him because the target's not there. And because they can't shoot at him, the ones that are waiting for the shooters from within the crowd to start so they can set off the bombs cannot set off the bombs because they're waiting for the shooters. And since the shooters didn't shoot, they're not setting off the bombs. Very easy. Just like we showed you Secret Service agents who were crouching and hiding. They were in on it. There's a whole team that's working together. It's not one guy. There's a whole team. We have a whole group that are working together. Those police are in on it. All those Secret Service agents were in on it, except for the two first guys that jumped on him. Those were his regulars from before he threw his name out in the elections. From the time when he left the president office and went back to Mar-a-Lago and was living his own life, those were his regular guys. His regular guys jumped on him. Everybody else was hiding, waiting. Then we go to Thomas Matthew Cook's Wikipedia. We want to know who this guy is. You know, Dr. Mossawat keeps calling him the transvestite, the transitioner. Is this true? Let's find out who this guy is. What was this guy? If you ask the news agencies will tell you, he's a registered Republican. A Republican, ladies and gentlemen, was shooting at Donald Trump. A Republican. This was the first, at the very beginning, that's how they said. A Republican. That's who this guy is. Let's see. Well, it looks like on the day when he was trying to shoot Donald Trump, he bought 50 rounds of ammunition. A ladder before going to the rally. How long is the ladder? 5 feet. And then he just pulls himself up the rest of the way. 50 rounds of ammunition. So he wanted to shoot a lot of people. They say that they found that he climbed on top of the building that was used by police as a staging area. So he climbed the police building. I mean, if the police were not in on it, the guy would definitely go somewhere else. I mean, if you're going to commit a crime, you're not going to do it right in front of the police. So the police are in on it. Injured 2 people, killed a 50-year-old man. That's right. Cooks was killed by a member of the Secret Service counter assault team. Bomb-making materials were found inside his vehicle at his home as well. They don't know why he did what he did. I mean, they say that he has nothing. Let's look at his political activities. What was his political activities? Do tell me. At the age of 17 in 2021, he donated $15 to the Progressive Turnout Project, a liberal voter turnout group, through the Democratic Party donation platform Act Blue. The donation was made the same day that President Biden was sworn into office. According to the Progressive Turnout Project, he's on their mailing list, email list. And then he unsubscribed himself from that a year later in 2022. If you remember, when Donald Trump was running against Namorada Haley and DeSantis and all the rest, high heel wearing DeSantis and the rest, at that time, there were loads of Democrats running like a big group of sheep. And they were coming and registering themselves as a Republican so that they can go ahead and help Nimrata with the votes. You know? And we showed you some of them from CNN's own videos, from MSNBC, hee-haws videos, you know, the clowns. So this guy was one of those type of people. In 2022, he became a Republican, so to say, on paper. So he can vote. So he can vote for all the rhinos, try to keep the actual Republican people out of office. That's right. And apparently, he had never done anything, no images, no writing, no searches, nothing for Joe Biden or Donald Trump. I mean, he pays Biden $15 as a 17-year-old, but he's never searched. Shocking. I mean, like, FBI wipes it all off. I mean, they can't find nothing on his phone. But New York Post was able to find this picture. Where's this? BlackRock, the school he went to. The ad featured Trump shooter Matthew Thomas Cook has been removed. Oh, I wonder why. Look, over here, he had short hair. At the age of 17, he was still a man. Short hair, a man's haircut. They have him in this ad sitting across from a girl. They have a teacher that's explaining something over here. Something. But we all know what happened during the Biden era in the schools. Who's kidding who? The textbooks came in. They're teaching all the kids about sexual orientations. They're teaching the kids about same sex. These are starting from little kids. Like you send your 1-year-old to school, they're learning that. I wonder what he's been learning all this time in the school. He's been taught that he should turn into her. Now we have him over here as a shooter. Look at the long hair. Look at the long hair going down to his shoulder. There's long hair going down to his shoulder. He didn't have over here. It wasn't that long. You can tell there's a difference. Long hair for him was up here by his ear. That was the long side of it. In this picture over here, all of it is one style, one length. Here you got two different lengths. Here you got one length. That means he's growing his hair out. Look at the posture. Okay? When men lie down like that, they normally take one of their legs and they bend it at like a L angle, you know, like you want to make an L, right? And this way, it's easier on their private areas and they can still get a good shot. Not him. He has both legs straight so that he can have his butt stick up. Because he has to advertise. I mean, I've never seen someone who is not part of the LGBTQ who would do that. It's common amongst LGBTQ. They do that kind of thing. They look for like somebody, you know. Here you have him dead. You know, he's expired. Oh, poor guy. Now to see more suspicious. In this square over here, on this building, that's where our transitioning Thomas Crook, I mean, his last name is a Crook. That's where he was lying down. On this side over here, we have the sniper for the Secret Service. Down here, we have Donald J. Trump giving his presentation. The excuse of the Secret Service is we couldn't see him. The excuse for the police is We're not in charge of anything. Secret Service is in charge of everything. I mean, it's like a soccer game. You know, in a soccer game, when you have, this is you, this guy right here, and then this and this guy are on the other team. And these two want to keep the ball away from you. So they just pass to each other nonstop. And when you run to this one, he passes it to that one. When you run to that one, passes it to the other guy. You know, they keep the ball away from you by passing it. That's what the police and the Secret Service agents are doing. Oh, it's not my fault. I was there just to only do the traffic. Oh, the other guy has to do the inside. Well, I can't see from where I am. Well, this is a building that we're using, but it's really the Secret Service that makes the shot calls and blah, blah, blah. Just pass the ball to each other. You know, it's his fault. No, it's his fault. No, it's his fault. At the end of the day, the poor average viewer, since when do Secret Service agents like this guy only sit on one rooftop? Shouldn't you be on this roof and this roof and this roof and across from that roof and that roof and that roof and that roof? So you can have multiple angles at everywhere? I mean, there was 27 of them. Yes, but you know, there's 27 of them, but we'll show you who they are. They're these people, the lesbians, hiding. Over here, we're showing you how God protects people. The real God, Jesus, protects his followers. And here we show you Allah, the God of Islam. He can't protect nothing. I mean, a bomb falls and they all die. That's it. Let's see the bystander who got shot, unfortunately. And let's hear the news agent. The news agent's going to teach us. I mean, we're going to learn today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to learn today about what the news agency is going to teach us about the shooting. Okay? We're going to learn today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to all learn together. Okay? Whose fault is it? Democrats or Islamic Republic of Iran? Soon we will see. They'll be on your device and we will see. Who is at fault here? Who? All right, here we go. Listen to her talk. Listen.
Trying to figure out if you're okay, what's going on, was he shot, was he wounded?
To me, if you're going to figure out what's going on, I mean, the news agents that they send over here, they don't know anything about anything. What's going on? It's easy. Shots are being fired. People are dying. Your president got injured. That's what's going on. What's going on? Did he get shot?
We heard him on the microphone, Shannon, saying, let me grab my shoes as we tried to take them off. So,
yeah, she's upset. How dare Donald Trump say, let me grab my shoes and wear it so I can walk out of here in my own shoes? God damn it. He's so needy. I mean, he got shot and he wants his shoes. This news anchor, she's not going to put up with it. No. We can't put up with that. No.
I'm trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, she's trying to figure out what happened. I mean, she still doesn't realize what happened. I mean, the guy got shot. Others got shot. You hear gunshots. You have people reporting that there is a guy with a gun on the roof. He is shooting. Bang, 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 bang. And she's still trying to figure out what's going on. The clowns, ladies and gentlemen, the clowns are in town. Yeah, she's trying to figure it out. By the year 3,359, she will figure it out for you, okay? It takes time. Remember, it takes time. She has to figure it out. There's gunshots going off. And she has to figure it out. What's going on? Gunshots is a normal thing in her brain. She still has to figure out what's going on. That's how the news agencies cover up each other. I mean, there's a whole team that's playing together. Okay? They got to figure out what's going on. It's important. And you agree, we got to know what's going on. It's very important. Ladies and gentlemen, I got some pictures for you. Picture time with Dr. Mosawad. We got picture time for you. Soon it'll show up on your screen, and we will cover the pictures that we have to talk about. In the very first picture, you see a caricature with Donald J. Trump, and Jesus is hitting the bullet away. Beside it, you have two pictures of Donald Trump and two pictures of brains on the head. You see in the first one, that's how Donald Trump was standing, slightly curved at an angle. If he had stood in that same direction for 1 second longer, 1 second, everyone's talking about the inches and the centimeter. No one's talking about the second. If he stood in that same scenario for 1 more second, that bullet would have hit him before the temple and the ear, and it would have come out the other side of his head. That means this portion up here would have been blown off. His brain would have been scattered on the ground in front of the photographer that we showed you. However, there's an act of God that made him turn his head all the way at a 90-degree angle, so he's now straightened up, he's no longer like curved, like he's straight now, you see? Parallel with the bullet. So now that his head is parallel with the bullet, and the bullet hits, goes right through the ear. And now, here's a close-up of the two lesbians that are supposedly covering Donald Trump. I mean, look at them. Look how short they are. This is the car that the SUV that Donald J. Trump has been put inside. Okay? This is the SUV. These two, who are like 5 feet tall or less, look, she is busy looking at her. And her, well, she's just looking for photo op. Let me hold my gun. This is when she gave up trying to put it in the holster. She couldn't get it in. And then she decided, I'm just going to hold it in front of me. I'm going to hold it in front of me. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it in front of me. That's it. That's it. Look at her. She looks like she rented the uniform. I mean, they're even different colors. Look, look. How embarrassing is that? I mean, if you go to any place of work, let's pick a hotel, okay? You work at the hotel. You're going to wear the right uniform. Everyone has their uniform. If you're in the kitchen, you got the same uniform as the others in the kitchen. You're working at the housekeeping portion, you have the same uniform. You work in the maintenance area, you have the same uniform. But here, one's navy blue, one's black. I mean, did you just rent these uniforms? And then look at the face she makes. Look at the face she makes. You're supposed to be following the car. God knows what we have to give you a name. I mean, any name I give you is an insult to the word that I used to describe it. And then she looks like a barrel. How unfit. Are you telling me she's going to run after somebody if the person ran off? No, she ain't going to be running with that big stomach and everything. This one, all she can think of is her. What is my wife doing? Oh, let's see. And this one, look at the face she's making. The frown she's working on. Oh. And she's upset, ladies and gentlemen. She's very upset. She's very upset. Here's the link. She's upset. Oh, on social media, people are body shaming me. Oh, well, yeah. You took a job that is meant for the most fit, tall, heavy, muscular, well known how to defend themselves without a weapon and with a weapon. You took their job, and now you're worried that people are body shaming you because you're obese. You don't know how to use your weapon. You cannot protect someone by putting yourself in front of them. You don't even know what's going on. You were asking in another video, what are we doing now? What are we doing now? Well, what do you mean, what are we doing now? Gunshots are being fired. You jump on Donald Trump. You work out a way of getting him evacuated from the area where he's being shot. You don't know these things? What are we doing now? What are we doing? No, people are bad shaming me. Because you're a president, the guy, the woman that's in charge of the Secret Service, she says we have to be woke and everything, so we need 30% of those we employ to be women. What for? Who are they going to protect? I mean, most women are 5 feet tall. Most men are closer to 6 or above 6. Who are they going to protect? But ladies and gentlemen, you guys are body shaming. Don't body shame. There is a picture of when the guy died, and actual police are there trying to help. As you guys know, Donald Trump got shot. Biden has an excuse. Biden says he came down with the flu. He got COVID, so he's going to go down. CNN agents on their clown show programs, they say a small flu. COVID is now a small flu. A small flu hit. That's it. Biden's out of commission. But at the same time, a gunshot to the ear of Donald J. Trump, and Donald J. Trump still moving and can't be stopped. Here's what happened. When the guy shows up, the guy's here. The guy's talking. The guy's thanking people. The guy's with the people. Biden, little flu now. COVID turned into a little. If you remember in 2019, I was telling everybody, they're trying to scare you with the COVID-19. Don't fall for this COVID-19 business. It's not as scary as they say it is. They're just hyping it up in their news. And now CNN calls it a small flu. It's just a small flu, COVID. Come on. Yep. All right. Let's go back to sharing view. And now we have on Truth Social. On Truth Social, we have, after a lengthy deliberation and thought, Donald J. Trump has finally elected his, or picked, I should say, his vice president by the name of J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance is a good guy. He came from nothing, worked his way up, eventually studied at Yale. He also spent time at Ohio University. He graduated as a lawyer. He finally worked his way up to become a senator. What people don't know is he used to be very poor. His grandfather and grandmother had a big part of how he grew up in life to become who he is. The foundation came from. Long before, when Donald Trump was first president, he didn't like Donald Trump. He didn't like his policies. But then as time went by, he realized that Donald Trump's policies are also his policies. There was a book written about him, The Hillbilly Elegy, and that also turned into a movie. The book is better than the movie, as I've heard. The great thing about him is, as you can see in this picture, he likes to go against the Islamic Republic of Iran, just like Donald J. Trump. He has a lot of tweets about it. Here's one of them right here. He says, if you're going to punch Iranians, you got to punch them hard. He's right, because they only understand when you have a stick in your hand. See, that's how Islamic Republic of Iran does it, so that's all they know. Speaking to Fox News on Monday and so on, he says, if you're going to punish the Iranian, if you're going to punch the Iranian, you punch them hard. Trump running mate. You know, he talked about that. Ladies and gentlemen, he's talked a lot about them. He's stand up for Israel. Best part is, a few weeks ago, there was a program that was held where the king of Iran, the next king to be, was giving a speech. He was talking about the partnership between communism and Islam and how Iranians are ready to fight against the government for a new regime. They just don't want to be bombed or anything like that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about the Iranian regime, okay, and we talk about Vance standing up to them, when we talk about everything that had happened up to now, when we talk about Vance standing up to China, when we talk about him standing up for the soldiers of the United States in Iraq and elsewhere, we are talking about Vance, a man who once did not like Trump, but then ended up becoming the biggest mega man of Trump after finding out that Trump was a man of his word during his first presidency. We're talking about somebody who was listening to the soon-to-be king of Iran. And then we're talking about a guy who at the same program was also one of the other speakers alongside the king of Iran, who also talked about Iran in his speech. And also we are talking about a person who heard what the king of Iran has to say and was able to tell that to Donald J. Trump. He heard about Islam is fighting against the West and the world. It's in bed with communism. The people of Iran are fighting against it. And that all they need is your partnership. They don't want your money. They don't want your weapons. They don't want none of that. They want you to cut the ties with Islamic Republic of Iran so that Islamic Republic of Iran doesn't get the funding needs to keep killing the protest. Mr. Vance has heard all of this, Senator Vance, and he's going to be a very powerful vice president for Donald Trump in that regard. Islamic Republic of Iran obviously does not like that. They're furious with it because they know their days will be numbered. But if Islamic Republic of Iran wanted to kill people like Donald J. Trump, Mike Pompeo, and yours truly, Dr. Ali Reza Mossadegh, if they had the chance, they would have done it already. It makes sense for them to do it when he just left office instead of doing it now. Why? Because when he just left office, he would have less security personnel. But since he's leaving it now, the only thing that could happen if they kill Donald J. Trump right now is that there will be a war where Iran will be bombarded from top to bottom and side to side. So no one is going to do that now. They would have done that before. Likewise here from Iran International, IRGC commander repeats threat to kill Trump, Pompeo. Iran International newsroom is talking about it. Ooh, see. It went on and on and on and on and on about killing him. The Islamic Republic of Iran every year since the year 2020 keeps saying, we got to kill Trump, we got to kill Trump, we got to kill Trump. This retard will say, we got to kill Trump. But they can't do anything about it. Here, CNN now spinning this, that it's the Islamic Republic of Iran wants to kill. This is their plot. The transgender boy at the age of 20 apparently now works for the Islamic Republic of Iran. All of your secret services seem to work for Islamic Republic of Iran. The police of Butler, the city of Butler in Pennsylvania, they all work for the Islamic Republic of Iran. The head of the Secret Service works for Islamic Republic of Iran. Joe Biden is working for Islamic Republic of Iran. Because, I mean, Joe Biden wants to, make it so that President Trump can get shot. And then he says, well, I can't do anything, and just gives us a few lights to bring over here. And that's the only thing that's left. CNN shows their clown gestures. And then we got this guy, the biggest cockroach on the planet ever recorded. This is the spiritual leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran, who they only can muster 3% of the population to come and vote for who this guy handpicks as the next president. And even those 3 people don't really show up to go and do anything. But this guy, we're going to learn from him about some information. What information can we learn from this guy who's about to give us information? Well, let's look at it. He says, today, this Zionism, ooh. I mean, this guy, he thinks anyone who lives in the country of Israel, any Jew on any part of the planet is a Zionist. According to this guy, they're all Zionists. Zionists are the name that comes from Zion. And those who call themselves Zionists today, they're all Jesuits coming from the Catholic religion from the Vatican. Anyway, Zionism, meaning the Jews are a plague for the world of Islam. Well, the way I see it, if they were plague, they were minding their own business. It was you who entered into their homes and killed them and raped them and abducted them and burned their homes and killed their dogs and stole all their cars and everything else that they had. It was you. It was Hamas that did that. Those guys are just retaliating to what you did. You started it. Then he says, the Zionists have always been a plague, even before establishing the fraudulent Zionist regime. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not, because I'm always right. Khamenei, Mr. Cockroach, why is your holy book, the Quran, always talking about the Banu Israel? They're the Jews. Who is Israel in your book? And where did you get the Banu Israel from? And why is your fake God, your statue God, Allah, always supporting the Jews against the unbelievers? The Jews are always bad. You know, the Jews, they're bad. Why is your book, the Holy Quran, defending them? I mean, it never mentions Palestinians once. Not once. You read the whole Quran from cover to cover, man, Palestinians are not mentioned. But the land has been given to Banu Israel. Banu Israel are to chase the people that are there out of those lands. It's their land. Your statue, Allah says it's their land. You open the Holy Book, the Old Testament and the New Testament. God gave them the land. What does he say after? Even then, Zionist caliphates, capitalists, were a plague for the whole world. The whole world in trouble by these Zionist plagues that are coming out. Ooh. Really? I mean, the capitalists are a plague. Don't use a phone from now on, Khamenei. Don't send another satellite in the air. Don't use most of the drugs that you have. Don't get inside the boats at last minute where you might have to jump in somebody's car. But what happens to this guy? Now they are a plague, especially for the world of Islam. Hey, Rita, you just said that. 3 sentences ago, you told me that the Zionism is the obvious plague for the world of Islam. And now, at last minute, Zionist capitals were pledgeable for the Sunni. The guy forgot. 4 sentences ago, he said something. Repeat it now. The guy forgot. That's this guy. The guy that they want to put a war with. You have to remember. Let's remember something. Russia attacked Ukraine. Azerbaijan, known as Arawan, attacked Armenian. Iran, through its different proxies, attacked Israel. Israel is defending itself against those proxies. Iran decided to take the side of the Russians and for next to nothing give them drones so they can continue to attack with Iranian drones against the Russian Ukrainians. Am I missing it? All of this is to orchestrate a World War III. But Donald Trump is coming in. When Donald Trump gets there, it's very easy for him to get rid of these wars. Hence, we got a big problem. What's the problem, you ask? Well, if Donald Trump comes to power, all their plans of World War III come to an end. Why? He's going to put sanctions on Russia for their oil, which means Russia won't have the financing money for this war. Then he will continue to do the same with the rest. He will put sanctions on Azerbaijan until they stop their war with Russia. And so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. So they can't have World War III if Donald Trump comes in. The idea is we'll blame it on Iran. If we can assassinate him before Donald Trump becomes president, well, then we just go along with the story and we just add this one to it, and Iran and the United States get into a war, and that means everybody else is going to get in a war. But if they're not successful, they hope to brainwash the American public to the point where they will demand that their government should do something with Iran. Hence, they will start a war so they can escalate back to World War III. The third option is Donald J. Trump dies during his presidency due to an assassination, and then the next person who comes in power will be forced to start a war with Iran, which will get everybody else around the world to get involved, and we will have World War III. Or, fourth option, they don't end up killing Donald Trump. Donald Trump stays in power for 4 years and turns everything they've done back to normalcy. We all know that they don't want the last one. So let's see which one they pick in their mastermind ideas. This is done so that they can keep World War III alive. But Donald Trump is too smart for them. So we're saved one more time. Dear viewers, if you like our program, don't forget to use your wonderful fingers and click on that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to send this program for as many people as you know, because there's a good chance this program will not stay on air long because of all the videos we showed. YouTube will probably start exterminating or experimenting with if, number one, all the powers I say I have are true. Number two, if you send it to a lot of people will be able to view it today. And if they're told that they cannot come back to YouTube, they can still make a fake name and show up for that. With that being said, if you like our program, leave a comment in the program. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to do more, you can go ahead and click on the Linktree button that we have underneath the program. And then you'll find me on all different social medias, and you can click on them and become a subscriber of the program. Thank you very much for listening to us. I leave you all in the hands of Jesus. Until the next program, God bless.